Happy New Year! It's 2019. Welcome to this year. Crazy how time flies by, right? But we're here. 2018, gone, out the window, history, forget about it. Time to focus on now. Let's achieve some English goals. So, one of the most common things you'll usually hear, especially in the UK and Western culture around this time of year, is a new year, a new me, right? We all want to achieve something in 2019 or whatever year we're moving into. And we have this thing called a New Year's resolution. It's something which is kind of like a cultural tradition where people set themselves a goal. Maybe it's to quit smoking, lose weight. They make a personal lifestyle choice or education choice. Maybe it's to learn a new language or something like that. However, let me tell you an interesting fact. Only 8% of people achieve their New Year's resolution. They give up. Failures. That's what they are. And it just ends up making us feel worse. So what we need to do, firstly, before I talk about anything in this video, is I want you to understand that when you are learning something, don't use an occasion like a new year or a birthday as a time to start again or a time to begin something. Every day is a new day and it's a new opportunity to learn something, to improve something, and don't put things off. To put something off simply means to avoid it or save it for later. Every day is a new day. Don't find excuses. And now, with that said, let's start talking about what this video is actually about, which is how to achieve our English learning goals this year in 2019. So some of you might be just looking to improve your pronunciation this year. That's what I specialize in. So most of this information is going to benefit those of you looking for pronunciation improvement. However, this does also apply to grammar, vocabulary, all parts of English, even confidence in some ways. So just think about these things I'm going to say and see how you can apply them to your year. Don't be part of that 92% of people that fail. My maths is terrible. That's why I'm an English teacher. I'm sure I've said that before. Oh dear. So the first thing I want you to think about is I want you to give me your reason. Right below in the comments. What is your reason for improving English this year? What are you improving? Pronunciation? What's your reason for improving your pronunciation? Do you have an important job in which you need to sound clearer when you speak to people in English? Are you studying in the UK or planning to study in the UK and you want people to understand you better or you need more vocabulary? Everybody has a reason. Some people just love English and they want to be better. Now, if this reason isn't enough to motivate you, then you need more. You need more reason to stop you from giving up. So I often recommend to people that they find something or they organize or book something like a holiday to the UK which stops them from giving up because they have no choice. This thing is happening in the future, so they need to improve their English to reach that goal for when it happens. So for example, maybe you should just consider, why not? I'll book an IELTS test in a few months' time. Have something organized so you need to start working on your English right now. Maybe book a holiday or start looking at options for studying abroad, or maybe think about finding a new job which requires more English. Start getting job interviews. Any of these reasons will give you that motivation because you think, oh God, that's soon, I need to start working. You need something that gives you no choice but to learn English. And that's something which really helps people who are not motivated. Sometimes I'm not motivated. This year, my goal is to get stronger and bigger, and I want to put on some weight by eating more. Because lots of people in the comments and people in my life, they always tell me about how skinny I am. I eat a lot, but I just need to eat more and I need to exercise more. So what I've done is I've already organized my gym membership. And this is the thing. One day I woke up and I was feeling very motivated and I thought to myself, I need to do this. I need to exercise, put on weight and build some muscle. And because I was feeling motivated, I said, right now I need to organize a gym membership. Right now. Because I'm feeling motivated. Once it's done, it's done. The payments are starting, so I have to do it. I have no choice. The other thing I did was I made sure that I paid for a little bit more of an expensive gym membership to make sure that I make the most of my money, okay? It will give me more motivation. If I'm paying a certain amount more of money for a gym membership, then I have to do it because I don't want to waste my money. And once you have that reason, you now need to start forming habits. Now, for most of my pronunciation students who are taking my course, the advice I usually give them is apply your English learning, your pronunciation practice into your daily life. So when you wake up in the morning, wake up 10 minutes earlier, for example, and spend 10 minutes practicing a sound you've just studied in the course or in a YouTube lesson. Practice that sound, find some sentences, create some new sentences with words, practicing that sound or that technique, and do lots of repetition. And then maybe in the evening, go to bed 10 minutes earlier or 10 minutes later and spend 10 minutes just focusing on that sound again. And if you can do that 3 times in a day, so in the middle of the day also, that's even better, right? But this is just an amazing technique to get that repetition, to get that training. You can do this with grammar and vocabulary also. You can practice writing some sentences with prepositions for 10 minutes in the morning, okay? Once you've learned the thing that you need to learn, it's all about practicing and using it. And a funny fact about habits is, this is what I've been told by lots of professionals in this field, which is that once we have practiced a habit every day for 30 days, after those 30 days, it becomes a much more natural process. We will naturally want to do that habit, whether it's brushing our teeth at a different time, or whether it's doing some yoga in the morning or learning some English in the morning. If we do that for 30 days, after those 30 days, it will be much easier. Now, for some people who don't have that motivation, they need someone to push them. So maybe you need to find a teacher. I'm a teacher. If you want to join my course, I can push you. You can find another teacher, a Skype teacher, who might push you to make sure you're achieving their goals. You don't want to let them down, and they don't want to see you fail. So they're going to push you to achieve your goals. That's what I do with my students every day. And finally, the last thing I want you to understand is that mistakes are good. Make mistakes. Please make mistakes. Mistakes are the best things that will happen to you. In anything, in any part of your life, make mistakes because you learn from them. Now, I'm not saying, drive on the wrong side of the road and see what happens. That's a big mistake. That's a mistake you don't want to make. But with English, if you make a mistake in a conversation and you know you did, or someone tells you you did, that's a good thing because you're less likely to make that mistake again. So in 2019, make sure you make lots of mistakes and make sure you are learning from those mistakes and you think about them, okay? They are a learning opportunity. And again, if you have a teacher like me, you can talk to us about your mistakes. So that's it. You need reason to improve your English this year, to keep you doing it all the way up until December. Reason, a goal. You might also need something that makes you have no choice, booking a holiday, starting to look at new jobs, something like that, okay? So something that gives you no choice. You need to make habits. And finally, mistakes are good. Don't forget that. So if you need some help this year and you really want to take pronunciation learning seriously this year, now would be a fantastic time to join my course. There's currently actually a 10% sale on the website through the whole of January 2019, just in case you're watching this in the future. So now would be a great time to make the most of it if you really want to focus on becoming a clear, confident British English speaker with my personal help. I'd love to help you, I'd love to meet you, and I'm very excited to meet lots of you this year in 2019. Thank you everyone who has subscribed to my YouTube channel and joined my course throughout 2018. It's been a pleasure to meet many of you and talk to many of you, and I can't wait for this year. I'm so excited. Are you excited? We will resume with English learning videos now. I just wanted to do this video at the start of the year to show you guys that things are possible if you do it the right way. Find what works for you, not for anyone else, for you. You need to realize what works for you, make it happen, have a fantastic year. Cheers guys, bye.